What's up, everybody? I'm going to go live now, but I got 3 more minutes before I'll actually read off the email. Oh, what a day, what a day, what a day. Tell you what, man. You guys know me for years and years, man. I'm persistent when it comes down to doing something, especially when it comes down to the entertainment business, man. I try to have goals and try to do what I can for them. You guys know that by now. I like to accomplish my goals and make sure that stuff happens. I try my best with anything I do, man. I try to get my 100% no matter what I do in life. And let me tell you, man, it's crazy. So you guys know that I found out that New Edition, Tony Braxton, Boyz II Men, are coming to Indianapolis, and all the time I hear that they're coming to Indianapolis or somewhere close to Fort Wayne because they haven't been in Fort Wayne since 1995. I know they tried to come here for a few years back then. What's up, Jenny? But so yeah, you guys know me. I try to make sure things are in a row because February, and I learned one thing when you're doing stuff with musicians, pro wrestlers, or anybody that's in the entertainment business is it's always good to do business and contacts way, way in advance. Because by doing it that way, like with Jack Russell's Great White, we talked all the way for a year until the day of the show that we did the interview. Same with Ron Jeremy. Same with, some of them were off on the fly too. But some of them you had to take years to get in contact with because, again, they got busy schedules. And so do I with my job, and then with kids and stuff like that I got. So you know how that is. I'm waiting till 7 o'clock before I start reading off the official. One more minute. Gotta wait for other people to join. What's up, Tammy? So I was at work today. I was like, all right, because last week I emailed their PR again. I was like, all right, let's see what I can do about this, because I said, hear back from them, because sometimes you got to get in contact with them again, because it's hard to get in contact with, because PR people get busy and schedules are like crazy, and they do them way, way in advance. And I was like, all right, today I feel kind of lucky. So I was at the bar before work, just sitting and chilling, and then I was talking to Brian at work. I was like, all right, let me just write this email out. So I wrote it before I was at work, and then I was like, all right, cool. And then I had to charge my phone because I'm down to one phone right now, and my other phone I do videos on is down. So I was like, all right, let me charge my phone because my bus pass and etc. is on my phone. So I was like, all right, I gotta charge my phone, and next thing you know, I get an email from Joanna. What's up, David? What's up? This will probably be one of the most watched lives, and this live will be not only on my YouTube channel, but also will be the show of the match with my boys. So as soon as I keep getting a lot more views, I'll start reading it. My son's going to screen record this for me so that I can have it on video, especially for something like this. Now, you guys know I've been trying to get these guys on for a long, long time. What's up, Christy? What's up, Kathy? Back in my day, I was a big Boyz II Men fan back when they first came out, and I related to their music, and I liked their music, and I feel like that, when you buy into with certain musicians and stuff, it's like, okay, you like that person. But with me being in entertainment, I'm like, let me try to get these guys to interview them. What's up, Noah? And you guys know for years and years I've been trying like crazy, and I've always got to know. So it's like, it's like that prom date or that girl you had a crush on back in the day. What's up, Mandy? What's up, Eric? It's like back in the day when you had that crush on that girl that you always dreamed about and fantasized about. And then she turns you down. That's how it felt like when I got turned down from their agents back then. So a couple years ago, I found out that they were coming to... If I would have known back in the day, when I was a teenager, when they came to Fort Wayne, when I went to the concert, I would have tried to get an interview with them. And again, I was 14 years old. I didn't know how to do any kind of business. So I was like, all right, whatever. And then after I started processing, interviewing Aaron Carter, what's up, Kathy? Interviewing Aaron Carter, Danny Trejo, Lita Ford, I was getting all these big name celebrities on the show, pro wrestlers as well. I'm like, dude, we really got something going on here. I'm like, all right, we got this. And then I was like, hey, let's try to get an interview with their PR. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read off the email from Boyz II Men's PR that I got a response from today. So you guys know I wrote them a couple weeks ago. Again, you got to be on their butts in order to, what's up, Caitlin? In order to be on, you guys know if you're in the entertainment business, for professionals, you got to be on them about, hey, I want to do this. But I've always gotten to know from their PR. Yes, I paid for I had helped with one with the cameos from Boyz II Men. I was like, all right, if I can't get them on, I'll have them do the cameo video. And you guys know when I did the cameo video, it was like one day he said that he bought things to entertainment. It's not just a PR joke, just a publicity joke. And Sean Stockman did On Bended Knee and did the thing. You're watching Dos Landis. So I was like, all right, that's the closest thing I can get because I got turned down. But here we go. I don't know. My son's going to screen record this to me so I can put this on YouTube because I don't know how long this. So, mind you, I was at work. I was like, because I've done this before. I know the risk of being fired, but my job is laid back and chill. So I was like, all right, I said before work, I'll write the email out. Tried my phone, and I looked at my email, and I got an email from Boyz II Men's PR. And this is what she said. Joe. She's like, hi, Jeff, I'm adding Teresa that handles the whole PR, plus she's the PR for the NE tour, which is New Edition. So mind you, New Edition, Boyz II Men's a huge group too, so is New Edition. Now you guys know Edition is huge. Bobby Brown, Ralph Tresman, Johnny Gill, Ronnie DeVoe, Michael Bivens, and Ricky DeVoe. Ricky. Well, you know what I mean, Ricky. You guys know Edition is huge. So when I got that and I was at work, I'm like, holy sorry, my mind was like, holy shit. So now I'm dealing with New Edition's PR. Because they're all on tour with Tony Braxton, New Edition. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then you know me, I'm on it. So I'm like, all right, and this is what I wrote back. I was like, okay, I understand, thank you. Let me know what's feasible for you guys to set something up. Thank you, Jeff Landis. Short, simple, and sweet. And this was at 1:37. And I hit Joanna up at 10:31. And then I got a response at 12:42 p.m. from Joe talking about how any New Editions, I should say, because not many people know who New Edition is. Their PR handles the tour, because they're all going on tour. Who else is all watching? So, all right, okay, cool. Then I was going on. Of course, I was slowing down. Things were slowing down doing Dish. And then, so Janice, and then Teresa, the New Edition PR person, got a hold of me at 2:30. So Josiah, just reading the email off from the response I got. So mind you, I'm at work. I'm like, oh crap! I'm more nervous than anything because it's New Edition's PR person I'm dealing with. I like New Edition too. Trust me, New Edition is one of my favorites too. New Edition is definitely one of my favorites too. I'm like, holy shit! I'm dealing with something much bigger now. And then Teresa got a hold of me at 2:30. Now, mind you, I'm at work. And I can't, So, it got, hi, Jeff. Thank you so much for interest of the Boyz II Men. We appreciate it. Unfortunately, we do not do any interviews in the market, meaning Indianapolis and Fort Wayne. So, they won't be doing any interviews in our market of Indianapolis and around that way. I get it. So, yeah, I got turned down. So they don't do any interviews. But this is what's also I got too. So I got turned down for the face-to-face interview. Not surprised, but I figured I'd try one more time. This is my last time. But there's if we have any Zoom opportunities, we will be in touch. if we have any Zoom opportunities, we will be in touch. I mean, that sounds good to me, but I don't have no Zoom account. I don't have no computer to set that up. I'm sure nobody won't let me set up a Zoom thing if I were to get a Zoom interview with them. I appreciate your consideration, Teresa. I'm going to reread this again. Hi, Jeff. Thank you for your interest in Boyz II Men. We appreciate it. Unfortunately, they do not do any interviews in the market, meaning Indianapolis and around Fort Wayne. So I'm sure they got tons of video of stuff going on, which I get. And if we have any Zoom opportunities, we will keep in touch. I've never got that response before, but again, it's like, I'd rather have face-to-face and do an interview. Appreciate it for your consideration. I'm trying not to show the interviews, or the names of the people, but this is a legit email. I printed off before work. The thing is that with this phone, Susan, the thing that with this phone is that my memory sucks on this phone. And so that's my response I got today. They do not do interviews in the market, but they said a possibility of Zoom. But they'll put that in consideration. I mean, I'm heartbroken a little bit. I'm used to the answer, but it is what it is. I still have my match with the Boyz, unless somebody freaking sabotages that for me or something happens. That's why I don't look forward to stuff in life anymore, man. I'm not here to feel people feel sorry for me or something for me. That's when I say, whenever something goes right for me, it always goes wrong. Here I was today, I was like thinking in my head, Dad's watching my back. Dad's watching my back today, waiting for this response for the Dad's watching my back. I was so excited. I was quiet for the rest of the day at work. I didn't say anything before I was waiting for the email. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I was quiet. That was it. But I don't want to go on long because I have my son screen record this, but here's my answer. I'm a little bit disappointed that it was a no, but again, I should have known it was a no, but I tried. I'm giving up trying to get them on. I'm done with trying to get them on, but at least I have my match with my boys. I have their word and their bond. I just hope that doesn't change. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. You guys always had my back on this. But, yeah, Susan, I don't know if we know each other personally, but I know we've been friends for a while. But, yeah, you know me. I'll figure things out to make things work. But as long as I got my match with the Boyz and it goes through, I'll be happy. That's my end of doing entertainment. But I tried, man. It's like, I don't know. That's why I said when I do this last match with my boys, I'm done with entertainment completely. But, yeah. What's up, Ken? Now, if you guys didn't watch this before, like I said, you've seen the email, proof of the email right there. I don't bullshit people. I try to do stuff the legit way, and I try to be professional with things. So, but yeah. Thank you guys for the support. I'm going to send this to my son JJ so he can put it on my YouTube channel. I'm about to write this down in my thing for the show for the Boyz, because it kind of goes in with the show, kind of like the stuff with it. So I plan on doing a show here pretty soon, having 2 special guests, characters that you guys might know. But that'll be on Thanksgiving, where I plug that. Well, I'm going to wrap this up because, again, I don't know how long screen records. I don't even know how long I've been going live for. So I'll see you guys, and please do not, when you write me, say the word gotcha. I'm irritated with that word. I hate that word, gotcha. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for the support. Peace.